Robbie sitting next to me here. We'll go along the same path as we did last time. Does anyone want to volunteer to have the first question?
Is Paul Lennon in?
Not yet. Where is it? Got sent it. Someone just give him a prompt, but does anyone want to have the first question? I'm recording this anyways, you can jump in.
Yeah, fire ahead, yeah. Hi, Robbie, how's it going?
How's it going?
Not too bad yourself?
All good, all good.
Stephen's spoken very positively about you and, maybe how things haven't gone so great for you in terms of getting chances of late. Do you feel like this maybe is a fresh start for you?
Yeah, it's been great with me. To be fair, shown good confidence in me and just reassured me of my own ability and it's, like I said, he's been great with me since the first phone call I had with him. I think it is going to be a fresh start to say for myself. So I'm excited and looking forward to it.
And I mean, you're obviously a seasoned pro with confidence in your own ability, but when you have a bad run of luck like you've had, does it make a difference to have somebody sort of building you up and telling you how good you are? Yeah,
definitely it helps. Like, especially when you have had a bit of a sticky period over the last couple of seasons. I haven't played near enough football as I would have liked. I've got a full pre-season in now. Well, the best of a full pre-season we could have done in the circumstances. I've got in now, and I feel good now coming into the week. But yeah, it's obviously good to hear when someone goes in depth in what you're good at, and they know they're not just making stuff up on the spot. I've had in-depth conversations with them, and like I said, it's been great for me.
And is there any clear, on whether you'll have a bigger role to play at Burnley this year, or have you got that sort of clarity?
Please God, hopefully. I think a big thing for me now is getting a full pre-season under me and staying fit. Obviously, not this one. The one before was the one after my injury was a bit stop-start. And last season, I wanted to get a full pre-season under me belt, and I felt as if I was flying until the last game before the season started, and I got a couple of broken ribs, which set me back, and I just felt like I was playing catch-up. And by the time I did get fit, the team were flying, doing well. So I found it difficult last season. I'm not ready to have another season like I did last season with being a bit part player, because it's not what I want. But like I said, I've got a good pre-season into my legs now, and the games coming now, I think, are coming at a good time for me, and I'm ready to go.
Thank you.
Robbie, it's Morris here. Can I ask you about set pieces, Robbie? That Stephen again spoke a bit about this the other day, and with Ireland, we've had traditional players like Steve Staunton would have taken a lot, Dennis Irwin, Ian Hart. We did kind of a steady flow. The last couple of years, you had a spell, Conor Hourihan. Just what you bring, is that something extra you can bring to the squad? Is that something that's been missing? That goal you need from a free kick to get you out of a hole or to get a result?
Yeah, I think it helps. Obviously, the set pieces are a big part of international football. Like if you look at the amount of goals scored in tournaments and games, it's a high percentage that comes from set pieces. So I feel as if I have something to add to it. We work with this. We got a good few lads here who are good on a dead ball situation. So we'll work between us. Like you said, it's our first day today. We've not got too much time to think about it, but we'll have a chat and work on some stuff, and whoever feels right to take it, or whoever the manager feels right to take control of that will be more than ready.
What else do you feel you can bring? Because if it's a new manager, it's a fresh start, new players in the squad, people are maybe having to justify themselves again a little bit. Do you feel that? What do you think? If you're sitting down with Kenny, you're trying to impress Stephen as to why he should be in the team. What do you tell him? Or what do you show him? What do you bring?
I don't need to tell him, man. I need to play well, and I need to perform and win. And if I do get a chance, he showed good confidence in me and spoke to me about stuff I have done previously, which I feel as if I can do more than even what I've done before. So I'm I'm ready now. Like I said, I'm fit and well, and I'll just have to let me football do the talking then, and then the manager can judge me off that as well as everyone else if they want.
Robbie, where do you feel you've played your best football for Ireland?
Where do I feel I played my best football?
Yeah, what position? I mean, you've played a lot of different areas for Ireland.
I don't know. Different games have suited me, and I think it was different. I've played a lot of different positions and felt as if I've done okay. Most, like I said, the last couple of years have been a bit stop-start at club football, and nothing gets you ready for games like games themselves. So, like I said, I'm good to have the pre-season in. I'd get a full 90 the weekend and felt good. But as far as position goes, I'm happy. Like I said, I'm happy to play anywhere. So once I'm playing, and I have no real preference. I think I've had some good games at left back. I've had a couple of good games in midfield, and I've played wide for a majority of my career. So, like I said, I'm happy to play wherever.
Stephen has spoken to us in the media about, wanting to get Ireland playing good football and changing the perception of Irish football. What has he told you guys in the very limited amount of time that you've been with him the last 24 hours?
He's told us the same as he's told you. Basically, this is a great opportunity now. He wants to come in and we want to change the way people are looking at us and in the way we play. But there's no time to dwell on it. The games are coming thick and fast, and we've been straight at it and straight to work. So I'm excited, and the lads are excited in what the manager and the coaching staff can bring and offer us and help us going forward.
How do you think that works, Robbie, in terms of, like, it's not just as simple as flicking the switch and everything changes? Obviously, a bit of work and time and effort has to go into changing a big system of a particular team. Stephen said yesterday he's impatient. He doesn't believe in using it as an excuse that we'll do this in 2 years' time. He wants to do it straight away. How easy is that, or how difficult is that?
We'll have to see how it goes, but it shouldn't be. Like, we're all professional footballers. We all play different ways at different clubs, and we all have to adjust to different systems and different way managers want us to play. So although it is a quick turnaround, the information will come in, and we'll have to process that, and we will be and should be judged on how we play straight away, because that's how it goes. Obviously, things can get better over time, but we haven't got time at the minute, so we need to really put it to work now.
Robbie, does that inspire you when you hear your manager being so emphatic and so passionate about a certain way to play, his philosophy? Does that surprise you? What reaction has the players? What's the reaction of the players been when he speaks so passionately about the way he wants to play? Yeah,
I think that's a good word as well, passionate. From the conversations I've had with him, I know how much this means to him. I know how much this job means to him, and he knows what it means to us. Obviously, we've had not the best of times over the last couple of years with results and performances, and he's looking to change that and looking to put his stamp on it, and he's reiterated how important it is and how passionate it is and what it can do for not just us as a team, but for the whole country. Everyone enjoys it when we're performing well and when we get to these major tournaments, and we've got a great opportunity now to push on. So it is inspiring for myself and for all the lads I've spoken to here.
Can I go back to your first question or your first answer, Robbie, when you said about what Stephen knew about you? Were you surprised about any particular detail about your career, or was it that's the thing? He says he just wasn't talking for talk's sake.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you thought, geez, how did he know that?
No, it's not. I wasn't overly surprised. And how did he know that? It just made me happy to know the detail he spoke about in what he thinks I've been good at in my game and other aspects, and like, you know what I mean, saying like you're more than capable of playing at the level what you've shown before and on a regular basis, and you're looking forward to helping me do that. So it's obviously it's nice to hear. It's nice to hear them things, and I'll be giving it my all and doing my best for him and for the rest of the lads.
Thanks, Robert.
Any questions, guys? Okay.
Hi, Robbie. Craig Gore from the Daily Mail. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Yeah, I spoke to Jeff Hendrick last week after he signed for Newcastle. Obviously, you know Jeff tremendously well. And Jeff sort of rubbished the accusation that since Euro 2016, in his words, he hasn't turned up for Ireland. But would you say that your career since Euro 2016 in Ireland has been a frustration to a degree, that you and Jeff really were up there at 2016 in terms of what you achieved? How do you chart your own progress in the 4 years since the last Euros?
Yeah, well, it's different from me to Jeff. It's been a bit stop-start for me since then. It's obviously I haven't reached the heights where I wanted to. Since the tournament, I felt as if I had a really good season leading into the tournament, and then come out, and then obviously a little bit of a slow start at Burnley, and then obviously I picked up an injury which had an effect on me for the time I was out, and then obviously I don't know how long injuries work, but when you come back, I'm expecting to be back as how good as I was the game before. But it's a long process, and sort of getting my head around that. And like I said, I haven't had enough football, I feel, to get me back to where I needed to be. But now, like I said, I'm fit and I'm sharp and I'm ready. But I still think there's a lot more to come for me, especially.
Something you touched on there earlier, that are you almost sick of having these conversations with us? You just want to go out there and do it on the pitch, as opposed to talking about the injuries and the stop-start and the frustration and all the rest of it?
Yeah, because that's part of it. You know what I mean? It's part of it. Part of it is talking to you. Part of it is dealing with the injury. Like, if I have to talk about it, I have to talk about it. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I have to go and I have to perform, and I have to perform for myself, and I have to perform for everyone else who's expecting us to do the business. So, like I said, when the games come around, I'll have to show my worth.
Jeff said that you and him were out in a park over the summer training together. Can you give us a little bit of insight into that?
I'll just trying to keep on top of things, and we could. We had programs and stuff sent out from the club, so when it was appropriate, we were doing a bit of work in pods and stuff. So, but we kept ourselves ticking over and kept fit during the break.
Was there any passers-by? Anyone were you noticed at all?
No, I don't know. We live around Manchester way, so there's too many superstars around for someone to be thinking about the Burnley lads. So we blended in well.
All right, best of luck. Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Any more questions, guys?
Robbie, can I just ask you, Robbie, about does it affect your preparation? When you're playing behind closed doors. How much? I'm sure an Aviva crowd, you get maybe 5, 10, 15% extra when they're behind you. Does it affect your preparation in any sense?
No, obviously it's different. It's got a different feel about it totally. But if you can't get yourself up for an international game, then maybe you're not meant to be playing. So it's still exciting, and you can still sort of get yourself ready to go. It's nothing changed in that aspect. Obviously, it's different without the crowd, but we still know what it means to get the results.
I'm sure you long for the day, like everybody. The supporters are allowed back in. I find myself watching matches, and my eyes are glazing over after 10 minutes because there's no atmosphere. You still see that it's a long way off. The fans are back in, or maybe 20 or 30% get back in. I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the sooner all this is over, the better for everyone. But yeah, it will make a big difference when the fans are allowed back, to us and to them, to be able to get out and do their normal and go and watch a match and enjoy, and be able to enjoy a match without having to worry about all this. But it is what it is for the minute, and when the time is right, I'm sure everyone will be back and things will be back to normal.
And finally, Philip, have you got a question there?
Robbie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, can I ask you, just ahead of Philip there, can I ask you about the two lads helping, working with Stephen, the coaches, Keith Andrews and particularly Damien Duff. I know you talked about how many positions you've played or whatever. What's the sort of relationship with Damien there, and are you at a stage where he would, talk to you about the way you play, particularly out wide in the position he played before? Is that a conversation you've ever had with him?
Yeah, definitely. Now, like, obviously a massive admirer growing up of Duffer, and now getting to work with him is excellent. So anything he has for me, or any information, I'll be taking on board. and the same with Keith. I've had conversations with the both of them. Obviously, it's early days now, but I'll be picking their brain now over the next few days before the games kick off. But yeah, every bit of advice I can get off the lads will help.
What's your impression of them as coaches, and how hands-on are they in terms of the way that they kind of deal with players?
Today was the first session. Obviously difficult for like only a couple of days. Some of us only played a couple of days ago, but yeah, massively impressed with them both. The way they're getting their points across, how they speak, how in depth they go into their sessions, and yeah, I've been really impressed with the two lads so far. So I'm really excited now going forward.
Okay, cheers. Thank you.
Okay.
Any more, guys?
Can I come in here?
Yeah, carry on, Philip.
Robbie, Philip Quinn, Irish Daily Mail.
How you doing?
Just doing okay. Good to see you. Then you see, don't get like my hair now, Robbie. Okay, you keep your hair in your head, all right? You're a bit hairier than you were the last time we saw you.
I'll stop it now.
At training this morning, just watched Stephen College's all in. I'm not looking for state secrets, but he got very passionate there, even before you were starting your warm up. And obviously there was a bit of a session last night. Just your thoughts on that, and is that something that you weren't expecting, or you were expecting, and have you bought into it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I've had some conversations with him before we had to meet up, so you sort of get an idea and what his feelings are towards it. And one of the lads was saying earlier, obviously when I was talking about the passion and everything, it means the world to him, this job, and we'll be looking forward to doing our best, because we all love playing for Ireland. And yeah, just to see that, it's obviously great to see, and the lads will buy into it, and we'll give it our all.
Have you had more conversations with Stephen, even though you haven't played a match for him, than possibly you had under Martin or Mick?
No, I think it's a different scenario, because I could have talked to Martin and Mick face to face, but I think with all this going on, it's been hard. So it's not really been in real life, but I've had a couple of Zoom calls and a couple of phone calls off him. So I don't know, hard to say.
Hard to say. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you now.
Appreciate it.
See you later.
Thanks, Kieran. Cheers. Thanks a million.